Welcome back, Falcons. Today's Friday, March 5th. My name's Cameron.
And I'm Danielle. Welcome to the Falcon Weekly. Now here's Dylan with his weekly meme review.
Welcome back, Falcons, to this week's episode of History Meme Review. I'm Dylan, and this is Mr. Frederick.
Okay, this week's meme is about imperialism and the fact that at one point all of Africa had been carved up by European countries, mostly the British, the French, a little bit of Germans. The Belgians had some. The only major European power not to have one, a colony or two, was Italy, because they actually lost a war. They were the only European country to do so to an African nation. And it was, this is a theme you'll see when you study European history, that if it's not occupied presently by Europeans, they often considered it unoccupied land and just free for the taking. And it was a horrific policy that the world is still suffering from.
That's it for this week's episode. Make sure you come back next week for another history meme.
Thanks for that, Dylan. Everyone's been loving the memes. And now, here's Mr. Eggle with Weather on the Run.
Falcons, I'm running from the cops right now. So don't ask questions. Just know that today is going to be 69 with a 75% chance of precipitation. It's gaining. Tomorrow it's going to be 51, nice and cold, with a 20% chance of precipitation. As for Sunday, it's looking like 64.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Thanks, Jordan. Don't get caught before next week. Now here's Paul with his weekly review of Blank Check.
Hello everyone, I'm Paul, and welcome to this week's movie review. So, I got a suggestion to watch a movie called Blank Check. It is a Disney movie from the 90s, and it is about this kid. He's like 8. He gets a blank check, and if you don't know what that is, it is a check where every part of it is filled out except for the amount of money. So, even the signature, meaning you can just write any amount of money, which this kid does. And he gives himself $1 million, which he uses to buy a house in someone else's name, and just what any 8-year-old kid would want inside his house. And that's most of the plot of the movie. I did not like this movie. The humor was very cheesy, which with most movies made by Disney, or just any movie targeted by kids, well, targeted towards kids, it's obviously gonna have some level of cheese, but the cheese in this movie has been fermented for a very long time, for like 20 years. And most, like, if you were to watch the movie and analyze it, the moral of the story for, like, most of the movie is parents are dumb, and it changes for the last 15 minutes. One of my favorite parts of the movie wasn't really related to the movie, but I found out that the actor that played as Henry, a limo driver that befriends the main character, I don't remember the kid's name, he actually played as Snick from Little Monsters, which is a way better movie than this. You should probably go watch that instead of this. But yeah, I would not recommend this movie. If you have any recommendations, I can't watch anything that's rated R. And if I don't watch it, I probably have already watched it before. And that's a rule that was given to me by Connor, the editor. But if you do have a recommendation of a movie that I should watch, email it to me, please. I'm tired of Cody telling me what to watch. Have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you next week with another movie.
Thanks for that, Paul. I'll be sure to not watch that movie. Anyways, here's Mr. Turner with his weekly update.
Good morning, Central Valley High School. Mr. Turner with your weekly update. Wanted to remind all students a couple of important things about respect. When the start of school happens, you have to understand that each teacher prepares very hard to have their lessons ready to go, and we start probably later in the day than any school in the county. So make sure that you're always here early, ready to go and ready to learn. If you do come in 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes after the bell, it breaks up the flow of class. It's not fair to the other students that are ready to learn. It's not fair to the teacher who's worked hard to prepare it. We expect you to be here on time, ready to go, and ensure that we are always taking that very seriously and handling that with respect. On a very, very positive note, we did get some word on outside sports and activities from basketball, for sports like basketball and volleyball that were indoors to be able to be played. So I know I said outdoor activities, but actually indoor activities. We did get some news on that today. We're still learning more about it. So much like last week when I was able to report out that we had football starting and some of the other sports, we plan on having some news very, very shortly about that. And so we're excited. And I just want to thank all of the student athletes who have been out preparing all year, waiting so hard. We're so proud of our seniors to be able to have an opportunity to go out there and play along with every other grade, the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors as well. So we encourage all of you to get out there and take advantage of the shortened season and get out there and exercise and be part of Central Valley High School's athletics. And we're excited about the next couple of months. Also, I wanted to thank our ASB class. Our ASB class, if you didn't know, is phenomenal. Those kids are awesome. They do a great job. I know it's been a tough year for them because they like to plan all kinds of things that they haven't been able to do due to COVID-19 and all of the health protocols. But I just want to thank them. They did a great job with C-Vibe with our 8th grade orientation last week. And I know we're doing another one today. We've kind of split it up to make the numbers a little bit less and a lot more easy to handle. But I did want to thank them for just being so amazing all year. We're hoping that things will turn around in the next few months. And we're excited about all of the future activities hopefully we can have. Other than that, we hope you have a wonderful Friday. We will see you soon. Take care and feel the Falcon pride.
Well, Falcons, we hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of the Falcon Weekly, and we hope you're enjoying this spring weather, too. Once again, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Danielle. See you guys next week.